Welding education is changing a lot at the moment, and we have new tools and new chances to teach, and so the main problem at the moment is to bring it to the workshop, to bring it in the workshop to the instructor, that they will use it and they will find it useful.
From my point of view, it's very important that nowadays the learning world is changing a lot. That means nowadays we are not having everything here in the workshop, so we have also to go into the classroom. And additionally, beside the classroom, it's important to have e-learning, to have learning management platforms. You have to have the videos of the lectures, and also other systems. The methodologies are nowadays so huge. The variety of that is so great. So the only thing what we do is we continuously be active and then change that. Alejandro, for the introduction. First of all, I want to introduce Holger Rautert, that's him, and my name is Frank Moll, and we are both from the GSI, and we have the following structure here of our presentation. First of all, we want to make a short introduction about the GSI, where we are located, what we are doing, and then the next step, then it's Holger's part, regarding virtual training systems, he will tell us a little bit about. And then the next step is then my part concerning then e-learning. And final, a little bit conclusion and final review want to do. Where we are located, these are all the training institute where we are. We have on the left side here, that's Oberhausen, then we have Duisburg, then Hamburg, and also it's Fellbach, then Halle, Hanover, then there's Saarbrücken, Rostock and Berlin as well. You see we are well located all over Germany. You see it as well on the map. And as well we have some cooperating institute that are then marked here with the cooperating with the blue one, and the red ones, these are all what is belonging to the GSI. So my job is already done. Now it's your part.
Thank you.
Sure. We are a good team. I hope.
I think so. All right. I will speak a little bit of the VWTS, Virtual Welding Training Systems in Germany, or to speak in our company. To start with a little review. So there were several different systems on the market. Some of them are in Germany available. Some were available in Germany and disappeared. And so you can think about what our favorite is, because I'm here, I don't know. So, different ideas, different constructions, different principles, and different prices, of course. It was very interesting to discover. To see here, this is a history for GSI. So what we did, 2005, it was a little start with the virtual welding training system on the welding and cutting trade fair. And then in 2009 and later, there came some more things on. And I think now in the welding business, many people know about the virtual welding training. And so very important is that word here, guideline. So this is a very German thing. We cannot face the toilet without a guideline. And so we were involved in creating these guidelines. And here, there is something, so maybe not all people knows about that, so that's a little bit strange. So we speak about virtual welding training, and now we speak about health and fitness. And, but the reason is, if we are in the classroom, or here, I'm on stage, so you can see me what I'm doing. I do some mistakes, and you know, okay, I don't have to do that to repeat it. So, or as a welding trainer, I have to explain it once, and that's it. And that's also here, you can see my colleague here. This is a good position for welding, and this is a normal position you see in the workshop. If you do it this way, after some years, you will have big problems with the neck, with the back, lower back, and so this is to avoid that. We created a program for that, to teach that also, with the possibility of virtual welding training. So, this is where we got started. This is very classic. The normal learning, see, repeat. Listen, repeat. So that was for maybe 100 years a normal way to teach. This is a new way. This is much more. So we can start with e-learning, with the virtual welding training. We can do the training here and then to switch to the welding booth. Here about the posture, and so we can add on some training. So you have very overloaded regions in your body, and you can have a special training for that. We have also a program for that. Here's a little movie. I hope it works. Yes? So this is a normal welder's training day. So at first we are in the classroom, and you may see on the right side it is in the workshop. This classroom is placed in the workshop. So you go out of the door and you are in the workshop, and can start real welding. This is a normal technique. See here, everyone can participate of that. Okay, one mistake, and then okay, don't need to do it again. We don't need many words to explain things like that. We have around 100 refugees in our workshops to teach them in German language and in welding. And with a system like that, we can switch the language in the worst case, but in the normal way, they need the German words for welding to be able to work in Germany. But here, so it's easy to understand. It's very easy. And this is the normal way to start with. Another thing is we are involved in a project called MESA. So it is supported by the Federal Ministry of Germany. And this is a program called project-based learning. So we have a project. We have the project is a bicycle stand. And we started with everything around. Lessons, plans, prepare the material, then the training for the special task. Then the training here, and in the end, there was a bicycle stand. They were very proud about the project. It was very nice, and it was not for the scrap. It was not scrap. It was not scrap. And this is something we can use, and it's much more important to do something like that instead of weld, throw it away, weld again and again and again. This is a very successful project. It ends this year, and we will have a following project, hopefully. And so I think this is part of the way. So the simulator is always just part of it. And we have to implement this part of modern learning in it. This is the most important thing. For the welding engineers, welding technicians, welding specialists, they need to know they will not weld in their lifetime. Normally not, the welding engineer especially not. But they need to know about what is the reason of a mistake? What is the problem if I weld, if I have to move when I weld? What is the reason of mistakes? What is the reason of indications? And they can learn it here. Of course, they can try in a workshop, and they will know, okay, I cannot weld. But this is, for the basic principles, a very important thing. I mentioned the guidelines we need in Germany especially. So we have created a guideline. So it's a DVS guideline, a German one, 1160. So it is for welding instructors. And the welding instructors are the most important people in that circle. They have to teach, and they have to know how to teach, and they have to know what to do for a special target group, to create a program for a target group. For a welding engineer, it's not the same like for someone else, long-standing unemployed or whatever. So sometimes you need a special program with a more theory, less theory. And this is something you can learn here. So it is all in this guideline implemented. You see, okay, all the contents and how to work, why to work. And we offer courses like that, 3 days courses with an exam and a certificate. And this is the most important thing to know, how to use a tool like that. Now, my part ends, and I give back to Frank.
Holger, thank you very much. And now you have to wake up. Now the interesting part is coming. Here on that slide, you see we start in 2001 with the welding engineer course and introduce the e-learning, and over the years it's getting more and more. And here in 2007, you see we had a huge sum of courses running, and the participants, the number of participants as well rising. And to get an idea about our learning program, I put a small video inside to get an idea about that. First of all, you see the starting page of the video. And here's the starting page. Then you start with the navigation, you get inside, and then you have the chapter. In that chapter, you directly can switch and take the handle, and then also see directly the direction on the diagram as well. And then at each chapter, we have always test questions. There you can see if the students already understand everything what they're at, and then if they are not correct, they directly can jump back to the page and then read everything carefully and to understand everything as well. So what we also have you already heard that we have here a learning management plan. Learning management platform, what is that? And we are also using that since 2011. And there is now the online version. We put that program in the internet. So that means if you are on holiday, you have trouble with your wife or your husband, that you directly can use the program. Only what you need is an internet, and then use the learning management platform. So, and you see it's the same, that you also can work there with that program as well. And to get an idea about learning management platform, it's already mentioned a lot of times. And here is the starting page, and there you can choose the language, German, English, Turkish, or Dutch language we right now have, so it's easily to implement other languages. And what you can do with that, you will see it here. You can create courses, forum links, you can put PDF documents inside, you can make examination. Later on, we will have something for you, so keep on listening. Very important for you. And then we have also an evaluation system inside the system, so that's very easy. You can organize wikis, and you can make learning groups. Email functions also as well integrated. It means if you get trouble with the lecturer, he's killed by a lorry or whatever, you can say, okay, here, short email to the whole group. The lesson for the afternoon is cancelled because the lecturer was killed by a lorry. And then poll is also maximum possible. And what we also want to do is then implement an online classroom training as well. So
yeah. That's a problem for me.
For you.
Because I'm on the practical side. He's on the theoretical side. So I think my part is more exciting. But this is much more for university and schools. But for a welder, I don't know. I don't think it's for a welder. Too
That's
theoretical.
the reason I like to do the presentation together with you. You, my friend. So we are also doing that as well, e-learning for welders for a very long time already, and organized tailor-made courses. So this is also very important for welding coordinators. If you're responsible for the company as well, you can make some tailor-made courses with e-learning. And the benefit of that is also that you additionally can add some content of your own company that you directly can also then adjust that, and if something is missing, also this is an ongoing issue, and that can be developed. And How it looks like, you see it here. On the left side, we have here like a traffic light system that you don't like to see. I've been already in that chapter, yes, no. And then if it's green, then you've been already inside. That's also very good to get an idea also about the animations. Here you see TIG welding, also with the ignition of the arc. And we located as much as possible also some animation inside that e-learning program, or in that learning management platform. And health and safety, always the topic was very important. Also that can be adapted to your company. Or then, right, you can do it because it's also very, very boring, and also can solve that with that. Put it inside, then say to the group, go here to the learning management platform, go inside, learn that chapters, and in the end, they also can make a test. And also welder certification is also very difficult to understand, and for that we also try to create a solution for that as well. That means that we also create some tables, then these tables are marked. We have also a voice in the background explaining everything. So the learner is not at home, alone at home. That means he directly also can get the support with a voice explaining everything, and also if it's marked, then directly you get the explanation by audio. So right now, to have the audio inside makes no sense, so we reduce here the sound. And then maximum, that is also what we in the next step want to do, is to translate that in our language. So it's Arabic. Is somebody who can read that? So for me, it's a little bit of a problem. It's a little bit long time ago in school. I learned Arabic. And then also Turkish, English, and Russian. And somebody wants to have other languages, it's nowadays no problem to translate something like that. And also what we can do, it's also easy, again, in a program, again, trouble at home with the wife, husband, whatever. Then you can take your smartphone and do something what is also helpful and prepare yourself with something like that. And next step, I also told you that if you want to make a presentation or make a course or whatever, nowadays it's not necessary to travel. So it's very nice and rainy here in Spain, and with the weather in Germany, I think it's much better right now. But this is also a solution that you can reduce the time for conference, whatever. Then you can organize an online seminar with, for example, Adobe Connect, and then also that you have good lecturers. You couldn't put him in front of a camera and directly make a video of that and then store that in your learning management platform. So, who wants to see something of that, what we already created? There's here the link for our learning management platform. There's a free part. Then that free part also will find some examples on that as well. Conclusion and final review. So we are getting slowly to the end.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I don't want to agree. I don't want to agree, but I have to agree. It does make sense for a welder to use
Thank you.
the e-learning part, and I don't like that, but I do have to do it.
I know you. Thank you for your recommendation, Holger. I think I will choose another plane back to Germany, not with you together.
Okay.
Thank you. So, but you see also that the times are changing right now. So on the one hand, here we have the election of the Pope 2005, and then you see the difference nowadays. Smartphones are allowed, and then everyone is taking out the smartphones. The times are changing, and we can do nothing against that. And at the end, right now the problem is always after 25 minutes of a long presentation of Holger, you fell asleep. And for that, you understand that?
What?
What? Okay. No. Now, also shock for you. Now it's your time. And also, I promised you during the presentation, I want to make a small test for you right now. And what we have is a test in the internet. The only thing now it's time for you to take your smartphone and open the browser and put that address into your browser. And if you have that in your browser, you directly find there an online test. So now it's your time. You can take out the smartphone. That's the first time in the presentation that you can also use your smartphone. And here directly we have it online, and you see how many persons already done that. And I say, no, it's 2. persons are inside doing the presentation. Now it's also the time here regarding which shielding gases are used for TIG welding. Very tricky question. Carbon dioxide, I think. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. And the big advantage of that is you do not blame something in the lecturing, but it works. It's quite funny. 19, 21, 24. Oh, Jesus. We see right now the majority is right. Yeah. The only thing that it's jump back because you don't see it. Try to do that. Not on the screen, but directly you see as well the result, and the result means, 88%, 87% are saying the right. Pure argon is the correct answer. Some of the guys are here some problems, so it's natural lecturing is necessary right now. See, I don't know the troublemaker. We'll find it out. And at the end, do you like the presentation? 91% says good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And at the end, we had, what is it? 48% are able to use their smartphone. Also, that is a good job. Very good. Thank you very much. And then nowadays, you see, we have education for welders and up to welding engineer level. And now we are there at the end of our presentation. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think it was quite good. You want to say something again at the end, Holger?
Actually, he's a good colleague.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much again.